You find the house. It's listed for $400,000. You run the numbers. You look at the estimated mortgage payment and you think, okay, I can afford this. But there's a problem. The price of the house isn't actually the price of owning the house. And for a lot of home buyers, they don't realize that until they're already deep into the process. So today, I'm going to show you what a $400,000 house can actually cost, and why understanding the full picture before you start shopping could save you from making a very expensive mistake. Welcome to Mercantini Home Loans. I'm Jim Mercantini, and my goal with this channel is simple: to help you understand mortgages, home ownership, and the housing market before you make one of the biggest financial decisions of your life. Because buying a home shouldn't require you to become a mortgage expert, but you should understand exactly what you're getting into. So let's break down what really happens when someone decides to buy a $400,000 home. Let's start with the obvious number, $400,000. That's the purchase price. But unless you're paying cash, that's not the number that determines what owning this home will actually cost you every month. Your actual housing payment could include principal, interest, property taxes, homeowners insurance, mortgage insurance, and possibly homeowners association fees. And this is where buyers can get themselves into trouble, because they search for homes based on the purchase price, instead of understanding the total monthly payment. Two homes with exactly the same price can have very different monthly costs. Then there's the down payment. One of the biggest misconceptions about buying a home is that everyone needs 20% down. On a $400,000 house, that would be $80,000. And if you believe you need to save $80,000 before you can even consider buying, home ownership can feel nearly impossible. But depending on your financial situation and the loan program you qualify for, there may be options requiring significantly less money down. Conventional loans, FHA loans, VA loans for eligible borrowers, and other programs. But here's what matters. A small down payment can mean keeping more money in your bank account. But it can also change your monthly payment and potentially add mortgage insurance. There is no universally perfect down payment. There's only the down payment strategy that makes sense for your financial situation. Now let's talk about the money buyers often forget about, and that's closing costs. The down payment and closing costs are not the same thing. Closing costs can include expenses associated with getting the loan and completing the purchase. Depending on the transaction, these could include lender costs, title-related expenses, prepaid taxes, insurance, and other charges. The exact amount varies, but the important part is this. If you saved exactly enough money for your down payment and nothing else, you may not be as prepared to buy the home as you think. And that's why planning early matters, because discovering these expenses before you make an offer gives you options. Discovering them days before closing, that's what creates problems. But even after you close, the expenses don't stop, because now you own the house. The air conditioner breaks, the water heater stops working, the roof eventually needs repairs, you need furniture, maybe appliances, maybe a lawnmower, and suddenly, that house you could technically afford on paper starts putting pressure on everything else in your life. This is why I believe one of the biggest mistakes a buyer can make is asking, what's the maximum house I qualify for? A better question might be, what housing payment allows me to own a home and still live the life I want to live? Those are two completely different questions. So let's go back to our $400,000 house. The purchase price is only the beginning of the conversation. You need to understand how much money you're putting down, what loan program you're using, your interest rate, your property taxes, your homeowner's insurance, whether mortgage insurance applies, whether there are HOA fees, how much money you'll need to close, and how much savings you'll have left after the transaction is finished. Because buying a home isn't just about getting approved. It's about putting yourself in a position to successfully own that home after closing day. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Don't start your home search by asking how expensive of a house you can buy. Start by understanding what you want your finances to look like after you become a homeowner. Then build your mortgage strategy around that. Because the goal isn't just to buy the house. The goal is to be able to enjoy owning it. And understanding the numbers before you start shopping can make all the difference. If you're thinking about buying a home, and want to better understand your mortgage options before you start shopping, reach out to me. And if you want straightforward mortgage education without all the confusing industry language, subscribe to Mercantini Home Loans. I'm Jim Mercantini. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.